Welcome back to the CrewCast podcast. This is the 14th episode of the CrewCast podcast. Today I have Nobody Epic, Sidearm, Speedy, and more will be joining us soon. This is the first time I think Shadow hasn't showed up at the very beginning, but I assume that he will be here at some point in time because he has never missed one. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Today I also talked to you guys on Twitter. I said, give me some topics that you guys want to hear. It was a lot of stuff that was repeated, and I had some things of my own that I wanted to talk about as well. This is like pretty much kind of a season for us where it's not like grind season, but it's just you're kind of at that plateau. There's games not really coming out by the bunches right now. There's just a lot of games that we're kind of playing and kind of getting used to and seeing where we fit in with the content. This is kind of the time where in the past I've seen a lot of people kind of make their change in YouTube if they want to change to Facecam, if they want to do some other game. This is usually the time that people try to do that as well. We do a variety of games, so for us, we've kind of got back into CSGO a little bit. H1 is a big game for me. We try to play GTA as much as possible now. That's something that a lot of us has gotten back into. But, for the most part, that's kind of the same old that we have for the past 6 months or so. But that's kind of where we are at with all of that. Is there anything that you guys have been playing lately or are getting into or something new that's coming out that you are excited for or, just around the bend?
I mean, we've been doing mostly all the same stuff. We've all been really addicted. Well, I know I've been super addicted to Rocket League lately, like to the point where it's
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two people are playing.
No sidearms.
I'm actually playing Modern Warfare Remastered because we all play video games while we do this podcast. But it's double XP weekend. But I've been super addicted to Rocket League, and I used to play a lot of sports games, but I've been making myself not play them because I felt like I was wasting too much time on them. So now I'm wasting time on a futuristic sports game where cars have rockets. So that's really smart.
It's very sporty, though.
What's so futuristic about that? You don't have a rocket in your car?
Cars can't fly right now, maybe?
Neither can these cars, Jill.
Yes, they can.
They
Until
can
you
fly
get
for a
boost.
period of time.
Need
Yeah,
boost.
but yeah, just rock. There's nothing really, like you said. There's not really going to be any, unless a Steam surprise. I guess if you would call like H1Z1 a Steam surprise, there's certain games that really pop.
I would.
Yeah. There's certain games that really pop and Rocket League was one of these games too, that kind of like aren't AAA titles that a bunch of people just flock to. And H1Z1 and Rocket League are those type of games. So I'm sure one of those games will come out between now and October. But basically, my video game horizon looks like I don't really care what happens until Red Dead 2 comes out, which I assume will be October, unless it gets delayed, which is a great possibility. And then I will just walk off of a building, a tall building, not even a small one. But that's all that's on the video game horizon for me, besides things that I can't predict, like those Steam surprises.
Yeah, I agree. There's some of those things that pop up like yearly, like Minecraft was one of those things as well back in the day that I can remember that kind of went crazy.
Was that successful?
No, not really. Hopefully it'll catch on in 2018, Yeah. We'll see, though. We'll see. It's one of those up-and-coming games, I think. But,
What game?
for Minecraft.
Minecraft?
I don't know if you heard it before.
Oh, shit.
No? Never heard of it? Okay.
Yeah,
I was on a series called How to Minecraft. If you guys want to check it out, Speedy and I are in it a lot. So
Yeah, and I used to
You
play
can
with
check it
Legos
out
when I
on
was
our
7. It's the
channels.
same thing.
Any
but
other
whatever.
of your friends in there?
no, not of you guys at
Oh,
least.
Victor's not your friend.
Tons of
Yeah.
other friends though. No,
you baited
you
me.
you didn't let me.
Damage control.
Savage. But yeah,
I forgive you, Joel.
I baited you so easily, dude. It's
Sorry.
so sad.
Guess I can't invite you this season either. Spoilers.
Oh, rats.
Oh, damn. Is there going to be another season, Sad?
I don't know.
Probably not. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But I'm actually looking forward to if we do another Pixelmon series. I'd really like to do that with maybe some upgrades on just map-wise and also Pokemon-wise with new generations. I don't even know if that's even a thing or can be a thing. that have come out, like say on Pokemon Go. They've had a lot of new things on there, and that's kind of taken off again, just a little bit, not a ton, but just a little bit coming out there. But Red Dead is huge for me, though. I know Joel and I have been talking about.
Fucking love Allier. Sorry to interrupt.
But talking about Red Dead was that. For me, it's single player for Joel. I play a little bit of the single player as well, but multiplayer is where I like getting just troll clips and just running around on our own, running into people, talking to people, and I don't know. It's just there's not a lot of games.
I wanted to talk to you about that, by the way, D4.
Yeah, go ahead. But
yeah. I view Red Dead as the best game of all time, just from games I've played, and I haven't played I'm not obsessed with video games.
Sounds pretty convenient, huh,
honestly.
Joel? It's coming out, so it's your favorite game?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to see a lot of YouTubers thinking it's their favorite game of all time, this fall side. But it truly is my favorite game of all time.
Liar.
And I've said, okay, you're trying to disparage me on the podcast, but I fucking said it multiple times before the fucking sequel was announced. So
Fake news.
Okay, you're not invited to my house ever again. And I'm gonna release the nudes I took of you when you were sleeping here. So I
was getting really cold
for a dick that small. I almost broke out my high school microscope to get a shot of it. But anyways, there was an article talking about how successful GTA Online has been for Rockstar. I mean, you talk about the sales of GTA 5, they made about $4 billion just off of sales, but if you add in the amount of money they made on shark cards and all that, I mean, it's an extra billion or two or three or whatever it is. So people are concerned that the single player of Red Dead 2 is going to suffer because they're going to focus so much on whatever Red Dead Online will be. And I was wondering if that's something that you would be concerned about, even though you said you're more of a fan of the online world. And I'm also looking forward to the online world, knowing what they can do. Like the online world for Red Dead is, I mean, it's kind of like a precursor to GTA Online, but it's not even close to what GTA Online has become. So I'll be interested to see if they do release a PC version of Red Dead with a Red Dead Online. But I was just wondering what you think about how Rockstar's strategy, what it would be.
Rockstar's weird strategy-wise. I think CSGO, for the most part, took a big chunk of the ideas that people had in 2016 with the whole case opening, stuff like that. I can see them doing something in that realm, trying to get that extra cash flow. You can take a look at GTA 5 right now online, and they have like a deal going on for their shark cards. But what's really weird about them is they'll do like a deal for people that don't have the game can get a shark card or a megalodon card with the purchase of the game. But they don't give a lot of incentives for you to keep buying shark cards with discounts. They have them at full price for most of the year.
They run them a lot of times, like buy one, get
20s
the money doubled or percentage or whatever. They're running one right now, or just ended.
Yeah, just ended.
That was the bundle one.
Yeah, it was the bundle one, I think. But
well, no, they have like regular ones. Like if you buy a Megalodon card. How many $1 million do you get from that?
Like
I don't remember.
Or 4.
8 or whatever.
And doubles.
And
That, yeah.
so what they do is they like encourage you to pay for the Megalodon card, but then after like 24 hours after you've used it, you get another 8 million added or whatever.
No, but I'm saying, okay,
and then like lower the card, like you get 20% increase or 40% and stuff like that. They're just trying to get more money.
Like, I'm sure they're going to do that, but do you think the single player will suffer because they're focusing so much on the online? Or do you think
I
that's
think
a
the
guarantee
worst
of a
thing
delay?
that they could do is do like they do with GTA, where they go a month without online and make everybody play the game.
Ooh, I'm wondering if
I think that was terrible.
I'm wondering if they'll do that again.
I mean,
I actually kind of like
actually
that.
love that. For this game, I would love that. I hope they do that because I want to play the single player and I want to enjoy it without being tempted by the online. And that's what I did for GTA 5.
Yeah, I guess
I
it was a
kinda
good and
need it.
bad thing. I don't know. Go ahead. Sam.
I've never played Red Dead before, so I might kind of need it to like.
Well, you played Red Dead. Don't act like you haven't played Red Dead.
I haven't ever.
Ever?
You haven't played
That's
online?
a lie.
No,
I feel like I have clips of you playing with me.
you'd be wrong then, my friend. You know so much.
He is.
Yeah,
an
so
old man
called
D4.
friend. Yeah, you don't even know what
I think
games I
that
played.
might have
with
been
you.
the period where you were like not a person, like not a real person.
Yeah,
I
real
should say
person.
that.
I mean, I didn't want to spend $60 to get a game I'd play twice, but I guess it's kind of weird.
I could have sworn he played with it. Who did I play with then? I played with D20 a lot. I know that.
Yeah, I play.
Who did I play with then?
Fucking
I mean, me as
respawn,
little.
fella.
No, I don't know who the fuck it was. I really don't know, but I'll have to go back and look. But yes, I really think you'd like it. Yeah, I did. I really did. Like, y'all were like, what are you doing?
That was a lot. Like, that was back when a lot of times together, basically all we played was COD. And then occasionally GTA kind of crept in. But that was like back in the time where when we played together, it was just mostly Call of Duty stuff.
I kind of miss those days, and I don't miss those days. I think we're so, like, nothing can hold our attention right now, so we go ahead and jump. What? Hello?
Zoned out for a second.
We're still on the podcast, guys?
But
the podcast.
Hello? We would play not GTA. We would play COD every night, and it was no ifs, ands, or buts. We'd go straight into it, and we'd play all damn night. And so, for content-wise, as a YouTuber, there were times where we would have our own series that we'd do, like shit from last week was for Joel. I would do something silly, Ninja Diffuse / what are people saying / inbox messaging, shoutcast, whatever. Then Speedy would have funny moments. Jehovah would be doing like gameplays and kill cams. Like, there was always something for everybody kind of into it. And we kind of just did the same thing and got it really, really good at one game. Now we're spread out across the whole board here. There's games like some nights we don't want to play COD, some nights we don't play CS:GO, we don't want to play all this stuff. And I kind of really want to get back to focusing on a game 70% of the time and 30% of the time going and playing something else. I know it's not realistic for where we're at right now, but H1 is a game that I've been focusing on for a little bit. I can see Red Dead being that game that I focus on for a while. If I had
H1
other
got more
players,
views, I bet a lot more people would post H1.
You know what? With H1, it's growing so much. It's the 4th most played game right now on Steam. And people are uploading
That's
that I
insane.
never thought would be uploading it ever. And to be honest, a lot of the COD community has kind of come over to H1 and aren't bad at it, to be honest. I see a lot of
A lot
old
of the
COD
pro players that played are really good.
Yeah, they really are.
Or, I
good.
mean, I shouldn't say really good, but they're naturally good.
Yeah,
like,
they're just good shooters.
I know,
they're good shooters.
I know I've played it more than, or I probably played it like as much as Big Timer has, but I know he's better than me because he has a faster reaction time, or like just name any pro player. I'm average at video games in general, but yeah, you see their reaction times are really good.
Big Timer's good. I'm not going to say that he's not good. He's pretty good at the game, but there are players that kill him. I think he at this moment that we're talking, he has 8 wins on his solo career, and that's not royalty yet, but he could get royalty, I think, pretty quickly.
You know, D4, you are royalty, so you're
tell us what you would think.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, but
As
I
a
actually
royalty.
watched. I watched Big Timer, and he is a good player, but there are a lot of things.
There's no D4.
There's no D4, but there's some guys out there that like T-Thump. You got even Summit. We're talking Storm and all those guys. They are like head and shoulders. They're getting 30 kill games like Ninja. Ninja's even got a 40 kill game. I mean, there's guys out there that just
how do you get a 40 kill
people.
Game? You kill. So
is he on stream when stuff like that happens? Like, aren't his fans just running to kill him?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of things going on.
50%
the streamer numbers in those games are typically inflated because
you're right.
They have fanboys
totally right.
running up to them either wanting to die or. With that said, they're 400 times better than I could ever be.
Yeah, if you get a 30 kill game, I would consider you like a pro level.
Yeah.
I guess not. You like you said, a streamer is a little different, but just. That's such a large percentage of the players on a server. I mean, there's only so many people that you can be around. It's insane.
There's little ins and outs about H1 that make players better than others. They know the map very well. They understand when the gas is pushing a certain city, where players are going to be coming from. They understand when people have on laminates and not having on makeshifts, how many shots it takes per, like, let's say when you shoot your AK, it takes 31% of the person that you're shooting every time you hit them, but when you're shooting an AR, it only takes 25. So a lot of guys know that, hey, that guy's at 3%. I just hit him 3 times, and I could just throw a nade over there anywhere in the vicinity and kill that guy. So there's a lot of little things that go into it that guys are really good at and understand and look at the game on a daily basis that anytime there's any changes. But yeah, I agree with the whole stream sniping thing. I would say 1/3 of the people that they run into know them or looking at stream and they're trying to. There's two types. There's the tryhards that are trying to kill them, or there's the people that want to get killed, bring them cars, bring them ammo. Basically, just want to scream at them on stream just to get their name heard on stream or have their voice be heard or whatever. But
Which also makes it harder for them too in ways because more people are trying to kill them. But
yeah.
It does inflate their numbers.
I would say the best at doing that would probably be Ninja. He's just a good player all around. He understands the game, the in and out. If you watch him play, no matter who he takes on, he's just head and shoulders above a lot of people. They do have a lot of pro teams now. They are about to have this $300,000 tournament for 15 teams that get together, and they're going to have it as a LAN tournament in LA. And so there's already like 6 or 7 teams that have gotten together. You know, like Cloud9 just announced their team last week. So they have a lot more people that are getting into this thing and trying to make it an actual sport. I don't think the game is quite ready to be pro status where there's like so many, you know, there's not a circuit going on or anything like that or a league at this point. Scrims are a big thing right now with them. But the game is too buggy and glitchy. The shotgun works.
I just want a damn spectator mode, and I know they're working on it.
They are, yeah. And hopefully they'll get that. That's going to be better. It's going to be better for everybody, especially when it comes to YouTube content. One big thing for me that the game has done that helps me out so much with editing is add the kill counter. Most of the time, I would have to skip through and try to find where I got kills. Now making a montage for H1 is seamless for me because I just go through and my kill counter, when it changes from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 and 4 to 5, whatever, I can just go back and find that little clip, cut it out, and keep moving. So it's pretty easy.
I don't want to. I just got my first triple on Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm not recording.
I'm like you hit a sniper triple.
Yeah, they fixed collat on Modern Warfare Remastered, so you can collat now. And I just got a triple on Bog.
Been, what,
Maybe
5 months?
a triple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, only 5 months. Yeah.
Speaking of getting triples and getting killed, have any of you guys ever had any near-death experiences? I know it's a weird transition, but you know, near-death experiences. Go ahead.
Triple kill.
Triple kill. Has anybody had any?
I don't know if any of us have.
I'm gonna press play on my channel.
Hey.
Was that close to death?
I have a couple. I think I talked about one being in a car wreck when I was in high school. That was one for me.
I think car wrecks are probably the most common.
Yeah.
I got mauled by a bear.
Yeah, I've been in a car accident, but if I was in my if I was in the other car that I owned that I wasn't driving, I would have at the time I would have been in the hospital. I don't know if I would have died. Well, it would have been actually really bad because the car hit us. We were stopped, and the car that hit us was going probably about 50 miles an hour, full speed. So it completely shattered the back of our car. But I don't know. I wouldn't classify that as near death. I can't really think of any situation though.
I've had two more.
It is like a quarter ton of a vehicle flying at you. I mean, it's still.
Yeah, it was still bad.
It's still, yeah.
But it happened so
It could
fast.
be worse.
I didn't. To me, near death means you're like.
I mean, think if you were riding your
conscious of the fact that you're
unicycle
about to die.
at that time.
What did you say?
I said, think if you were riding your unicycle, then it could have been worse.
I probably would have been killed.
I'm juggling here.
Especially on the highway, that would have been real cool.
Exactly.
I've had two more, like when I was younger. I had one where I was with my mom and we were with we were with another group of friends. We were at probably when I was 7 or 8. We're at a swimming public pool, and we were getting ready to go. They were closing the place down. There was a group of kids that were swimming, and they were coming in. There was a group of 2 or 3 that couldn't really swim that well, so they had floaties and inner tubes, and they were. You know, they were just messing around, horseplaying, and one of them slipped off the tube and was basically drowning, but it wasn't like it was like huge, like wasn't 12 foot of water or anything like that. It was like 6 foot. Yeah, 6 feet of water. And when we were leaving, I got to the edge of the pool, and, you know, Mom was like, let's go. So I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I hear this girl like screaming So everybody's just standing there because her friends couldn't swim very well, and everybody else couldn't swim. So I dove in and tried to save her. Like she was like fighting me pretty much, trying to get herself back up to the top. And so it was like pushing me down, and I was trying to get there as quick as I can. And it was just a struggle at this
You were
time, and I was
7?
really young. Yeah, 7 or 8. And I remember thinking, I'm going to fucking drown. Don't remember saying fucking, but I was going to say, thought I was going to drown at this point. And then by the time for some reason, I'm pushing her towards the edge of the pool, and I'm trying to get there as well. And she's still fighting me. And then she grabbed on to somebody, and then I was still there at the bottom kind of struggling. I kind of got up to the top where I thought, or close to, it's that in-between line where you think you're going to pass out. But I thought that was a near-death experience for me. I got to the top. I was good. I got out, and my mom was already pretty much at the car because she already told me to come on like 2 or 3 times. And so when I got there, she's like, why are you out of breath? Like I was like, I almost died. I just like, you left me behind, and there's a girl that pretty much almost drowned. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what? You didn't see what was going on? So I thought that was pretty like near-death experience for me. And then like the biggest near-death experience I ever had is when I was 12 years old. I was riding four-wheelers with a friend, and I would drive, and then he would drive, and then he was older than me. He was probably 2 or 3 years older than me, so probably like 15, 16 years old. And the way my house sat, it's set up on top of a hill, and then there was a long driveway, and there was a gated fence before you got into our driveway right next to the road that were at the end of a cul-de-sac. And we went down to the cul-de-sac, and it just got through raining, so there was like a little spillage left over from like, it was kind of muddy, but there was water puddles there. And so we were down there, and I was driving alongside, like in our yard, going real slow. I was a pansy with the four-wheeler at this time. I was scared of him. And so he got on, he was driving, we went down to the bottom of the cul-de-sac, and we were doing donuts. And he was like, just stay on. And we just like leaned to the inside, and we're doing donuts, and we're continuing doing donuts. And then we keep doing that, and then the tire catches a dry spot and flips the four-wheeler over. And I jump off, he jumps off, and he's like, he tilts it back up. And as I jump on, the four-wheeler just takes off the throttle, got caught, and it like kind of reared up and kept going towards our fence. But to the right of our fence was a patch of woods. And so I fell off the four-wheeler, but my foot got stuck. It dragged me across the pavement for about 30 feet, and then went down a ditch, up the ditch, and I got my foot unstuck as it was going down the ditch, up the ditch, and it ran into a tree and totaled the four-wheeler.
Did it explode?
It did not explode like H1Z1 in the movies.
Sick he's alive.
But I remember being bloody. My face was messed up. My leg was messed up. My arm was messed up.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
It was all skin up. And I remember he like ran to the house, got my dad. My dad came down, picked me up. We went to the hospital. I stayed in the hospital for probably like 2.5 weeks. They had to be wrapped like all the time, kind of, almost like a burn victim. They had to wrap me all the time and like take my bandages off every couple of days and rewrap them. I couldn't eat anything except for anything out of a straw. Like I ate soup and things like that for a long time. I couldn't go to school for a long time, but I remember going back to school, and I had a friend named Clayton, and he gave me like a stuffed Bart Simpson doll.
Clayton Manning.
But I just remember having that little Bart doll or whatever, and how long it took me to recover from that. But I don't have like I have like a small scar on my knee from it. But other than that, when I landed when I fell off and it drugged me, when my face hit, it knocked out 3 of my front teeth. But it was about that time for me to get new teeth in anyways at that age. So I was like, it took me a long time to lose teeth when I was younger. I don't know how you guys were. What grades, like kindergarten, first grade for a lot of people?
My dad just knocked them all out.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was pretty much my near death. And I haven't told that to a lot of people, but
I told you my friend died in a 4-wheeler accident in high school, right?
no, what happened?
No.
Oh, he died.
He died.
No, but like, was it him or was it he? Did he hit a car?
Well, he
What
wasn't
happened?
wearing a helmet, so that was, and he, it was the second, like he actually got in an accident where he wasn't wearing a helmet, and he was pretty messed up, and he should have been wearing a helmet again, and I don't know, he was just going down a hill and it flipped, and he, died instantly. The 4-wheeler was on his head,
Oh damn!
or the
How
weight
old
of his
was he?
body was on his head. We were freshmen in high school, so I don't
right.
know, how like 14, I guess.
We got pretty close, or what are we talking here?
He was in my circle of friends, and his locker was next to mine. You know how you have like locker buddies?
Oh, yeah.
His name's his alphabetical. His name's next to mine in the alphabet. But it wasn't like I don't know. It was. Oh my god! I just fucking got another one.
You should probably record.
Another friend.
Jesus Christ, dude! I get 2 triples in one night. I haven't gotten one all. That's kind of insensitive.
Guys, I want to
my friend
apologize
dying, and I
for
just got a
Joel.
triple.
Yeah, just
Hey guys,
randomly
my
lashing
friend
out.
My friend just died.
Holy
Do
fuck, a
triple.
triple.
Triples.
Well, I'm not recording because I'm rendering something, so I don't want to light my CPU on fire. But Jesus fucking Christ! Well, rest his soul.
Rest in
I
peace.
believe
rest
you got
in
a
peace.
triple and don't have it recorded, Joel. That's pathetic.
I know.
That's sad.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I'm like so upset though. What am I gonna do? Put it in my fucking 2006 COD montage or what? Like, oh shit! And I'm gonna put this in my montage.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of a
gonna
good
get
point. No one
shouted
really
out
cares
by
anymore.
Fucking whatever. What's his fucking name that does the top tens? Commander Harry or something,
Commander and Bono.
or Operator
PTK,
Perry?
OTT.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Does he do top tens? Or he's probably
Operator
retired
Perry?
now.
Probably not. No.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Probably sells insurance. That's what I would do if I was an adult.
If you're a real guy.
If I was a real dad.
Yeah, if I had a real job, not just a tuber.
Does anybody else have any near-death experiences?
I don't think I do.
Nothing
Yeah, I don't-
silly like that. Yeah.
I don't know, like that.
anytime I
have
pull
any-
out my cock, I force a near-death experience for other people in the area, but
Right,
that's
yeah, it's not
about
safe.
it.
You have to set up cones.
Smells like big.
Stay back 30 feet.
Yeah.
No, I had. I mean, like, I didn't actually have the thing happen or whatever, but like when I was in 9th grade, me and
Thought that I was gay.
yeah, I did. I was not sure at the time. Anyway, but I'd found a male companion, and no, but me and this one guy had like getting really close. I like 8th and 9th grade, and because like D4 said before, like we had like kindergarten through 6th grade was at one school, and then we had to go to a completely different town for like 7th through 12th or whatever. And then like in 8th grade, like my best friend that lived next door to me like my whole life, he moved, and so like I was, in search of a new best friend or whatever. Anyway, so like me and this one guy got really close, and like he
Called it.
like when I guess I was going in the summer before 10th grade or whatever. We'd been going to like football practices and stuff all summer, and like it's time for like 2-a-days and stuff like that to start. And so I get there, and I'm like, man, where's this dude at? Like, he hadn't been here the last couple of days. And of course, it was before like I had a cell phone, or like you didn't really talk to everybody on the internet and stuff like that all the time. So like found out that like he took a pistol outside to like shoot at a snake or something. He was like standing up on a chair or something, like to shoot it like out of the rafters of like a barn kind of thing. And the chair like broke, and he fell and like shot himself in the head
God damn.
or whatever. And so like it didn't kill him, but like he's like couldn't talk and was like, I don't know how long it was he was in the hospital, and just stuff like that. So
Did he
it's
ever
like
recover?
he's still like is in a wheelchair and like can't really talk very well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess that like I didn't have the near death experience, but still like the fact like you think you're like untouchable like in high school and stuff, you're like, oh, and just do whatever.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people think they're invincible, like, when you're in high school. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, so and then another one. This is just kind of a weird story, like 'cause you're talking about 4-wheeler stuff. But like one time I don't know how old I was. I had to been around like 10 maybe. Now probably a little older than that. But me and my younger brother were like riding. Like I had this old like little 4-wheeler, and we rode like all over the neighborhood. And so we were riding together, and we're like out in these woods that we didn't usually go to, and like we got like high centered like on a log, and so like he was too young at the time to like really do anything, so I was like gonna have to get off and like pick up the back and like lift it up or whatever. And like I remember this guy just came like running through the woods, like he was, I don't know what nationality he was. My guess would be like Vietnamese or something. I don't know. He's just.
Why is that relevant?
I don't know. He was just like.
Well, you gotta get a visual picture. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to set it up. But like he comes running through the woods, like he has no shirt on, and he's just like screaming, like he's like not screaming at us, just like he's fucking crazy or something. Like he's like jumping up and like grabbing onto limbs and stuff like that. Like it was the weirdest shit that ever happened to me in my life. But he's like pushes over like this dead tree and stuff and like comes running towards us. And then he like gets up there to us and just starts like yelling, and we couldn't understand what he was saying. And he's like starting like pointing for us to go or whatever. And I just like picked up the 4-wheeler and like lifted it over the log, and then we just fucking took off out of there. But it was like the weirdest shit that ever happened to me in my life. I have no idea. Like later on, like I kind of realized that like he was, probably just some teenager or something, like being stupid, like, hey, I'm gonna go scare these kids or whatever. But like the dude just like came running out of nowhere. It's like crazy shit. Like I don't know, a lot of people die from like worse than that. So he could have been like a murderer and just fucking hog-tied us and left us in a ditch somewhere or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was like the weirdest story ever when y'all were talking about 4-wheeler stuff. Just reminded me of that.
I think while I was in middle school, like this didn't happen to me, but like at my local lake, the kids are like swimming there, and someone was drowning. So another kid from my same, like from my school. So they were both kids from my school. Is the story, and one of them was drowning. The other one tried to help, and then he drowned in the process, saving him. The guy got saved, but the guy who jumped in to save him
was almost me.
died.
That was almost me.
So yeah,
And you almost went to his high school. Holy shit.
I know.
He could have been friends or something.
Tragic.
Tragic.
Kind of a morbid topic, D4. I'm like in a bad mood now.
No, I'm sorry, man. I just remember all of us were riding in the car with you, and you almost killed that one guy.
Yeah.
Well, that did
He
happen.
deserved it, dude. The guy didn't know how to cross the street.
I don't know. You guys don't know how to drive in Michigan. I'm just saying. You guys are fucking nuts.
The guy, I mean,
Motor
I
City
stopped
miles.
for the guy. I've never seen. You guys are like allowed to drink alcohol in the car in your state, and you're criticizing how I drive.
I don't think you can, but
motherfucker.
anyways,
I just
just
assume
assume
everyone
you are.
south of Ohio can drink alcohol in their car.
well, I just remember how scared to death I was for that guy. Like I knew that we were going to be okay.
You
like,
didn't give a shit
Are
about
you
him.
are you talking about the tie-dye shirt guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I am.
I was in the car behind you guys.
Were you not scared for that guy, Joe?
Was I not scared?
Yeah. Were you scared
No.
for that guy?
Dude, I've seen people get hit by cars on campus. It just is a thing that happens. There's a lot
just
of
what they
people.
do.
Like
It's just
They're
that.
something that goes on.
They're all terrible drivers.
It's a rite of passage. You were trying to do the guy a favor, right?
It's fucking hilarious, honestly. Like I'm not trying to.
Wow, people getting hurt is hilarious. Sorry.
No.
All right.
Try not to laugh montage. for sure.
It's one thing if it's like a driver's fault, but a lot of time, like that's not funny. But when if it's the students, I'll assume they're students because it's all like young kids on a college campus. If it's usually their fault because they're like on their phones or something, or they just assume that they have a right to the road where these
Where this
large
crosswalk
vehicles
is.
drive.
Yeah, fucking cross.
Yeah, and the
Where
thing's
this
red.
crosswalk is. Okay, well I didn't hit him. I stopped for him. I couldn't see him because he was wearing a camouflage shirt.
He was wearing a tie-dye
That was the
shirt.
environment.
Yeah.
He's wearing a tie-dye shirt.
See,
but-
Joel,
Didn't he
Joel's,
bribe
He was wearing a tie-dye
Joel's
shirt. It was a
changing the story.
particularly homosexual
Yeah.
day in the weather.
That was the
There was a
nearest I'd
rainbow
ever been to
There
death
was a
for
rainbow
that
in the
guy.
distance, so I was like, "Oh, look, the rainbow's right in front of us." But it was just a man in a tie-dye shirt.
Just trying to drive to.
I remember you just like you were so mad at him. You were like this motherfucking idiot. You were just so
Like,
pissed.
you almost hit that
Niggas
dude.
are
He's like, fuck that
fucking
dude.
yeah, he's like fuck this motherfucker.
He like sped up to walk in. I stopped at the cross, or I was going through the crosswalk, and then he like sped up to be like, "No, I have the right to the crosswalk, so your car has to stop." Like
is
he's
true.
like some, I don't know,
True.
some fucking.
It's
daredevil.
almost
Well-
like that's true.
It's almost like it's a law.
I was.
And being
I
that
was
he
with
wasn't
Joe.
from our country, I'm surprised he knew.
I was with Joel, and he
He
always
was
had, like,
Chinese, for the record.
Joel,
It's
remember
not-
when
You're assuming he was Chinese. He might have been Japanese, dude.
Okay,
Or
well, a lot of the
Vietnamese.
students.
Asian.
I'm not a racist. Like, I know the difference between a Japanese person and a Chinese person.
Oh, whatever,
Go-
dude.
go
I
ahead,
swear,
Joe.
if I made a lineup, you wouldn't be able to tell half of them.
I'll put them in a lineup, dude. I'll pick them out. I'll tell you which.
He'll run them all
I'll
over.
tell you which one.
Line them up for me, boys.
Like, oh, he's Southeastern Chinese.
Joel,
That's
remember
how the city's
we were
from.
going to that Mexican place to eat, and then
Hispanic
you,
place. How do you know it's
You
Mexican?
were like
Jesus
Mexican were
Christ.
driving, and then you guys almost got in an accident in the car. Like this car pulled out right in front of you or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember
every time
any
I'm
more
a bad
specific
driver.
details, but just
Look, I'm
I've-
not a great driver, but that.
I've
Pull out with a
almost
green
died.
light, and I was like, "What the hell?"
What the fuck? Doesn't red mean go in this?
Actually, I don't remember that side. I said I remembered, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember.
He's trying to get
Pulling
triple
out
right
from
now.
it.
It's car troubles happen a lot in Michigan, so. It's
Joe,
nothing
do
out
you
of
live by
ordinary.
the motto, no cop, no stop?
Oh yeah, dude! I said that like 4 times already.
Well,
Stop signs
Side
are only
tra-
suggested,
Side
by the way.
actually eggs on a bad traffic situation.
Yeah,
He thinks,
no
he thinks
God.
it's funny.
no cop, no stuff.
He's like, "Oh damn, Joel stopping at a yellow light, pussy."
Yeah.
He does it every time.
There's a 4-way stop, a 4-way stop sign stop, and there was no other cars around, and then Joel stopped there. And I said, "Wow, man, no cop, no
Yeah, because
stop."
I had to turn right. Let's turn right at 55 and see how my car handles it. Let's
Just
try
pull
some
the
distance.
e-brake and whip
you
around.
don't have any
DK.
downforce on your car?
Yeah, I'll just hold square and just
Yeah.
slide through.
Drift king.
Hold RB, drift cam.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Joe, have you ever got a ticket before?
Yeah, I've gotten 2.
For what? Give me the things.
One was going 10 over on campus. I just wasn't paying attention. Some fucking cop doing his job.
Walked out in front of me.
Just-
You got the kids on their phone.
Just killed a guy. And then one.
We're gonna have to ticket you.
This is a really stupid one. But I can save someone from a ticket if I tell them this story. But probably no one's stupid enough to get a ticket like I did. So I was coming home from a college class. I was driving, and I drove through a parking lot to avoid a stop sign. Or a stoplight, and then a cop pulled me over, and he asked if I drove through the parking lot to avoid the stop sign, and I said yes because I didn't know that was illegal, and then he gave me a ticket.
Yeah.
And I guess that's one of the only law. It's probably a law in other states, but it's one of the. It's the.
Yeah, I got a ticket for that.
Yeah, it's one of the only laws in Michigan that you have to verbally comply with to get the ticket. So if I would have
And
said
you-
no,
yeah.
I could have said no. I was looking for unicorns in the parking lot, and he would have had to walk away and say, "Have a nice day." But because I said yes, he was able to give me a ticket, and I actually went to court to fight it because he wrote down my license plate wrong, and the judge took away the insurance penalty and cut the ticket in half
Oh, nice. Dude.
because
That's good.
so he thought he was a smart cop, but he couldn't spell my license plate correctly, and I got it was fucking funny. The cop was really mad that I took him to court for it.
Here's another thing. I didn't get a ticket on this, but my dad, whenever he parks, like he sometimes parks on the road, and like near our house.
Right.
But you're supposed to park like with your car facing the way of traffic, which I didn't know until he got that ticket. And like we've always done it, but well, since then we haven't done it because not trying to pay any tickets.
Oh, I've gotten probably.
Does that make sense? I don't know
Yeah,
if
I got
I've.
you.
I wouldn't
yeah.
count. When you say get a ticket, do you count a parking ticket? Because I've gotten probably 10 parking tickets.
From Michigan State or college
Yeah,
campus?
Michigan. Yeah, ELPD. They make a lot of their money off of parking.
You're just saying a
tickets.
bunch of random.
Yeah.
Yeah, any college campus makes a ton of money off of parking tickets. Cause
Yeah,
it
I
goes
used to
straight
park
the
in teacher
university.
parking all the time when I was at college just to fucking.
Really?
It was the closest shit. Yeah, they're all like clear
There's
as
like
fuck.
500 teacher
Yeah.
parking spots
Yeah, it was
that are
stupid.
empty. You gotta
At
drive
our
around for
college,
hours.
also Joel talking about getting hit on the crosswalk. I remember when I first got to college, there I was walking with some friends. We were going to the cafeteria, or whatever, and I saw like this car like zoom by the crosswalk, and my buddy was like, "Yeah, man, I heard this girl. She got hit on the crosswalk, and she got her whole tuition paid for." I was like, "Damn, that's a thing." So
That happened to someone in my family. I don't want to say who.
Oh, really?
Might, look, yeah, but they literally got a college scholarship for getting hit by a bus.
See, I thought that was a myth. I thought that was a myth. And so, 2 years later, I remember D20 and I were walking or whatever, and I think he was like, "Dude, you hear that girl that got hit by the crosswalk on our main street that our college was on?" I was like, "Nah, man." And he's like, "Yeah, she got hit, and she's in the hospital, broke her leg." And the next week, they put one of those flashing crosswalks, when you step by the crosswalk, the whole sidewalk lights up and shit. So they put spent thousands of dollars putting that shit in because someone else got hit by our campus. But I thought that was kind of crazy.
Oh, I did want to say the worst parking ticket I ever got. You ever parked in one of those spots where it says no parking between 6 and 8 a.m. for no fucking reason? Mm-hmm. And I parked in one of those spots at 7:55 a.m. for class, and I came back from the class and I had a ticket. It was written for 7:59 a.m.
Oh,
so
shit.
One of the parking enforcement officers was sitting in the parking lot, and it was a huge parking lot. There were a bunch of other cars there, and I parked there, and they walked up to my car and wrote a ticket. So it just made me want to kill the government, but that doesn't make sense. That sounds like I should get arrested.
Probably not say that, yeah.
But
you need to hide
was
out
campus
for a couple weeks.
Strike that from the.
Have your guys' cars ever been towed?
Nope, never had it towed. Never even seen
Towed
it
for a wreck, but
Megan's had a boot put on her car. Someone tried to do a boot scam on her.
Oh, really?
Where you
But they boot it and then go ahead and take it without you saying, "Hey, I can go pay for it." You got 48 hours to pay.
No, a boot scam is. I don't know if you call it boot scam, but it's where someone
a random person.
Yeah. Well, they owned this apartment complex, or they said they
okay.
I don't even know if they did, but they put a boot on her car, and they said to give her they wanted her to give them $200 to take it off. And I called the police, and then they took it off I called the police in front of them, and they took it off instantly. It was crazy how that worked.
Oh, wow.
I
Good
said,
job, Joel.
look, I'm calling the police. And then
Look
they
at
were
the
like,
straight-
well, we'll just take it off. We'll just give you a warning.
Oh, yeah.
So she got a warning.
We'll warn you.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
I was like, yeah, I'll warn the police. Then.
How much are they asking for?
They said give us $200 or we won't take it off.
Dude, you basically took out your cock and shoved it down their throat.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Joel.
Well, it's the
you should have said, "Give me $200 or I'm calling the cops."
It's like,
Right.
it'd be like if you ran a stop sign in a fucking mall parking lot. You can't get I just know you. There's just certain things you learn as an adult. And if I would have fallen for the scam, then I would have learned from it. But there's people really try to scam you as an adult, or I mean, they scam you as a kid too. But there's just certain things where it's I know that they can't do that, or even if they do, I'm still calling the police to ask if that's legal before I pay, which I was assuming it wasn't legal. But it was just stupid.
Yeah, they could have got fucked up with that one, man. Yeah. I
still reported it after we left too.
Good, you should have.
But I'm sure nothing happened.
No. They'll have to do all kinds of investigations, spend a lot of time doing that shit. But I had another ticket thing. Joel, you said you got a ticket for something stupid, which was the cutting to the parking lot. I used to do that shit, and I still do that shit all the time. If I see a big line, I'll cut to the parking lot or
and
whatever.
if someone pulls you over, just say I had a phone call or something.
No, I'll just say I was looking, see if that store was open that's right there or whatever. I'll just say
Yeah, just be like, yeah, that's all you have to say. I don't know how you can
We're going to
Is
get
it wrong to
sandwich, and I
say-
say no sandwich.
Is it wrong to say the roads are better this way, or the roads bad, so I was just trying to avoid?
Well, yeah, because that's why it's illegal.
Really? Well, I'm not trying to fuck up my car.
Well, just say something like you were looking at a...
Lie, dude.
Yeah, just
Oh,
say
I
that.
see what you mean. I
Pull
thought
over
you meant the
to
road's
answer a
bad
phone
with
call.
traffic is what you meant.
Oh, no, bad, I don't know, there's some kind of fucking...
I would just say what Deluxe said, man. I was checking to see if that store was open.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, well, I'm not saying that's not a better idea, I'm just saying, is it bad if I said
I think
that?
I bet they would still give you the parking or the ticket for that.
Yeah, I
'cause
bet they would too.
if they're first of all, I think you're really sad if you pull over someone for that. You probably, as an officer, that's probably an officer that has a ticket requirement where they have to.
Yeah, they're
earn
trying to
quota.
hit their quota.
It's the end of the
Yeah.
month. Yeah.
To pull someone over for something that's stupid. But they're really looking to give it any excuse to give it to you. So I would just make a good lie.
Yeah, make it better than that side. But I was...
Well, it's not. I'm telling the truth, but I was just asking. What do you guys think of?
Yeah,
if
ticket
I
for
said
sure.
something
I'm
like
giving
that?
your ass a ticket. I'm giving you one just for fucking being in my parking lot. I'm just fucking giving you another.
Sounds like racial discrimination.
car's
guys. You
red,
guys-
right in my
you
butt.
guys- you guys- yeah.
Pretty convenient how you're white whenever you want to be side, but then you're a different race.
What do you mean? White people can't.
You look
not
white
get
as fuck,
discriminated
son.
against?
You look white as fuck, dude.
What? I'm so confused.
You're white.
Can you only be discriminated against if you're
of foreign descent? You were trying to say,
Oh.
now it's racial discrimination when something happens to me, but I am white when you guys ask me what my race is.
Yeah, when you're at that Donald Trump rally, you were white as fuck.
I
but when
think
you're
we're
at the Hillary
mistaking
one, you
what
were.
race means.
Oh, is that nationality side? Oh, I'm sorry, side.
Yeah,
we don't need our America for snowflakes like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that means. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
keep saying
I said that
stuff.
incorrectly.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
You
it's
just saw someone say
snowing
that on
today.
Twitter and wanted to be cool.
Yeah, I just want to be part of the club.
Back to the ticket though. So what happened was I was working the late shift and I was waiting tables and I wanted to get home because I actually had to drive like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to get back home, and I was flying down the highway. On the left side of the highway was a 4-lane one way, 4-lane the other way highway, big highway, and so I was flying. I was in the far left lane. I had my music blaring. I was just trying to get home, and it was like midnight, maybe even 1, because I had the closing shift. But I was flying, and I saw this car come up behind me. And at this time of night, usually it's just people just fucking flying, trying to get there. Well, I didn't see the car until it got right up on me. Then it was a cop, of course, so it pulled me over. And when I pulled over on the left side of the road, not the right side, because it scared the shit out of me. So. And when I pulled over, he stopped me and he was like, "Sir, where have you been?" I was like, "I'm going home. I've been at work. I work at this restaurant." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I smell alcohol in you." I said, "No, you don't. We don't even serve alcohol. And I don't even drink, so that's like impossible." And he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure. You're basically
You're just trying to fuck me.
Yeah, trying to fuck me or something." Yeah. And then he's like, "You have any other any weapons or any illegal stuff in the car?" And I was like, "No, I'm coming home from work, and I'm just trying to get there. It's late at night, of course." And he could have searched my car at that point if he really wanted to, but I was like telling him the truth.
Didn't really have probable cause, though.
Right, he
I
didn't.
guess if he thought
could
he
have.
smelt it.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
you can invent probable cause.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was afraid of that he was going to do with the alcohol thing. He was going to try to search my car, but he could have, because my car was pretty much spotless, and I don't drink anyway, so whatever, have fun, go right ahead. But he pulled me over. He said, "Do you know how fast you're going?" Of course, I hate when they fucking ask that question. I know I was speeding, but I don't really fucking know.
What are you supposed to say? No.
Who fucking knows, dude? It's kind of situational.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is situational. Like, I don't know.
The speed limit.
So I said, of course, no, because I want to be a jackass. Because I was always taught when someone pulls you over, your hands are 10 and 2. You say yes, sir, and you say I'm gonna now get my license registration. Or if you do anything while they're there, you tell them what you're gonna do before you do it. They don't think you're trying to reach for anything.
Yeah, like I'm
Dude, you gotta
I'm
pull
gonna
out
go
your
my
cock
glove.
and see how long it takes them to notice.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
It's
shit. Is my
fucking
dick out
fun,
again?
It might take forever, dude. It's pretty.
Proof of insurance, just
small.
hand them your penis, dude. Fucking
Yeah,
great.
Here, will you accept this instead?
No. But he was pretty much a dick. But he then gave me a ticket for speeding, of course, and then he gave me one for reckless driving because I pulled over on the left side of the road instead of the right side. Instead of going across 3 other lanes and pulling over that way, I just pulled over right where I was, left side, and there was like a guardrail, like a big cement divider between the two highways.
Did you fight the reckless driving?
I
record or
didn't.
something?
I was a bitch, and I had to pay out the ass for that ticket. That ticket ran me about $300.
I would have thought that. Yeah. Dude, I actually had the first time I got pulled over. I didn't get a ticket, but I was working at the golf course at the time, and I was like 17 years old. I just turned 17, and I was driving my grandfather's '93 Ford Escort, so like a piece of shit car. And I got
a fine car.
Yeah.
no. Look it up on Google.
We're sponsored by Ford.
93 Ford
We're
Escort.
sponsored by Ford.
Oh, I thought the
but-
escorts are fun.
They so it was in this just small ass town and no one else was there, and like the one little dinky sheriff car pulled me over, and I don't even remember why she pulled me over, but we got into this conversation. She was a woman cop. I don't know if that, that's kind of sexist for me to just be like, oh, she had to be a woman, but they
Probably pulled you over because you're a man.
yeah. Well, no, she was saying to me, I just turned 17, like I said, and I was I've said this before, but I was kind of a bitch in high school. I didn't like drink or do anything. And she
Oh,
was
you
saying to
mean
me
follow
that-
the rules? Oh yeah.
So you're a good person, Joel.
yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
It's all, oh god.
Follow laws and stuff.
Right there with you, buddy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right there.
Shit, I guess I was a bitch too.
Yeah, okay. But she was saying that my car smelled like, she's like, your car smells like marijuana. And I said, what?
What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And she's like, yeah, I
It's
got to be honest
medicinal.
with you. This really smells like marijuana. Like, she was clearly trying to bait me into saying, oh, I smoke marijuana.
I fucking love it, bitch.
Yeah, I got some in the bag. You want to smoke a
Yeah.
fatty, bitch? But
Why, you looking
but
for
I
some?
I had not smelled marijuana at that point in my life, so I had no idea even what it smelled like. So I was like really freaking out because I was like, "What the?" I was trying to think to myself,
Damn it,
"What is
Grandpa."
marijuana?" That's what I think. I said that to her. Oh, and I gave her the shittiest excuse ever. I was like, "I honestly, ma'am, I don't know what marijuana smells like, but I do eat a lot of Taco Bell in this car."
Oh, you said that?
I did.
Dead giveaway.
I'm 100% serious. I said that, and she looked at me like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And I don't even know what it means now.
Then
that
she
I know.
said, "This kid's a bitch."
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I really know
well,
what
you
marijuana
must
smells
follow
like. No,
the
I think that
rules.
probably made her think I smoke marijuana more.
Yeah, 'cause she
She's
had the
like,
munchies.
"Oh, yeah, you eat a lot of Taco Bell. Definitely smoke marijuana then." But she eventually dropped it. I was probably stuttering and stammering all over the place. I didn't know what to say. But
Stuttering Stanley over here.
yeah, cops. I mean, I don't know. I respect cops, but they definitely try to bait you into doing things. There's the part of there's a deception that cops are allowed to do that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to think any
whatever.
other tickets that I got. What about you, D20? What kind of tickets have you got?
Well, my first ticket that I got, like coming from high school, there's like this big hill that goes down through a neighborhood. You probably know what I'm talking
I know what
about.
you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
got through.
and the cop would always just
Back
sit
way.
there at the four-way. So like I was just coasting down the hill, and I was doing like
It was like 15 at that.
yeah, I
place.
was
It
doing like
fucking
30
15,
or
yeah.
something. I mean, I drove a truck. It was hard to like go down the hill without like mashing on your brakes to go the
Yeah, and ruining
speed
the
limit.
Mashing
So I was
on
doing
the
like
gas.
30.
Hell yeah.
I get to the stop sign and the cop's sitting there. Like I see him, and so like I stop at the stop sign. I go on through the stop sign, and like he doesn't turn out behind me or anything. So I'm like, oh well. So I keep going, and then I was turning to go pick up my little brother at one of the other schools, and so I cut through like a parking lot there to go around the stop sign because that's what everybody did anyway. And like as soon as I got in the turn lane, like he was right there behind me. Like all of a sudden he came flying up behind me, and he was like, "That's when I found out that it was illegal to cut through a parking lot, or whatever." But he gave me like a city ordinance ticket or something like that, which pretty much it doesn't go. Like you got to pay an ungodly amount of fine, but it doesn't go on your record, whatever. Which is
Yeah,
stupid.
they always do that shit
Yeah, they do that just so they can get money
and act like they're nice.
yeah, trying to be nice to you. And then another one that I got, well, I'll get a couple more.
I'm gonna be here all night. Hold on, real quick.
Very
Get
long
my book out.
podcast.
No, like another one I got, my girlfriend had like a
Oh,
No.
Firebird or whatever.
Hell
She had a
yeah.
Firebird, and I was driving
humble
it.
brag, boy.
No big deal. You know, I had the T-tops off, you know. Just
Oh, her
letting my-
tops
Yeah.
off. Hell yeah.
letting my hair blow in the wind. Anyway, but like I was driving like less than a quarter of a mile. Like
Pontiac GTO.
yeah, I was going from the grocery store where D4 used to work. Like I was going from there to like where the subway is. So it's like from one parking lot to the next. Yeah, there's nothing at all. So I pull out to go right.
Oh, pull
like
that,
there's-
huh? Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude, to get her
Okay.
pregnant as hell.
I gotta pull out. I gotta pull out
Pops
and
off,
like
pull it out. Hell yeah.
another car like pulled out in the driveway like right beside me. So like they pulled out, and so like I pulled out and just kind of like barely even like got on the gas. I didn't spin the tires or anything, and I pulled. I pulled. There's a cop coming the other direction, so I pull out and I pull straight into the subway parking lot, and he like fucking locks up his brake and does a U-turn in the middle of the road. Like that's not reckless, and like pulls in there behind me, and like gives me a ticket. Says that I was like spinning the tires, and he saw smoke rolling off the tires and all this crap, and like gave me a ticket for reckless driving or something.
What the
I was like, okay,
Did you fight it in court?
no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's his word against mine, pretty much.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah,
so
so
it's like
then
not
he'll
really
win.
anything I can do.
Yeah.
And so
I have
got
a
ticket
question
for that.
after you're finished. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So let's say there's like a bad pothole in the road. feel, and then but you like go over to the other lane, like you cross the yellow line a little bit to miss it, but there's no other cars on the road or something like that. Like, do you still get ticketed if they?
I would think they would let that go. I would doubt that they'd pull you over just for that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't think that you would
I-
because I've done that
I
before
do that
to
shit
go
all the
around.
time. Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, if they pulled me over, I'd
just.
just be like, "There's a huge pothole in the middle of the road. Get your roads fixed."
It's your responsibility, copper.
There's a dead baby in the middle of the road. What am I supposed to do? You know, go around or go through? I don't know.
Right.
What about you, Speedy? You ever got a ticket, bro?
No, I've never gotten a ticket, and
perfect
I've never
piece of
been pulled
shit.
over, actually. The only time I've ever been pulled over was in the car with Shadow, and Shadow is the one who got pulled over.
Did you get a ticket?
No. Shadow was just on his GPS trying to find my house, which I could have gave him the directions, but he still wanted to use his GPS anyway. And I guess while he was checking his GPS, he like swerved over a yellow line the slightest bit, just because he was looking at his phone. It was like 2 a.m. coming home from a Pittsburgh Penguins game. Like, no one was on the road, so like it didn't really matter if he swerved over just the slightest bit. And the cop pulled us over like 3 houses down from my house, and he like thought we were drunk because we said we were at a sports game. He's like, "Where do you live?" And I gave him my address in the most like non-drunk voice ever. He's like, "Dude," I think he mentioned that he was also a Penguins fan. I obviously am not, but Shadow was. And
I was gonna say you
Yeah,
should have
yeah,
given him a ticket just
obviously
for
I'm
going
not
to a
a-
hockey game.
Obviously.
but yeah, it was pretty cool that the guy didn't give us any issues or anything like that. He was really chill. Like, yeah.
Maybe it's because
I've-
you guys are Penguins fans.
I've been pulled over 3 times in the car with someone else who got pulled over, but I never have been pulled over while I was driving.
Mama Speedy drinking some of that Grandpa's old cough medicine?
Oh, nope. I got pulled over with my dad one time because he was going 31 and 25. And
Oh,
then
hell yeah.
my
Really?
friend in high school was going like 10 over on a highway one time.
Holy shit, dude! That's like pretty common stuff for me. Am I
Right.
like susceptible to getting fucked or
Yeah,
something?
make sure you don't go 31 and 25. So I God forbid, dude. God for fucking bid, man.
Yeah, most people won't pull you over or most cops won't pull you over unless you're doing like 15 over. That's usually like their minimum. Most, I should say that. But, you know.
Well, depending on
But by
what
the
kind of
way-
Place,
road you're
yeah, place.
on.
Yeah.
If you're like
Highway.
on a
I'm not trying to sound like a
neighborhood road or
badass, but I'm
something.
just saying, you know.
If you're on the interstate,
Yeah.
more likely they're going to let it go.
Damn,
at
son,
least
you're
10.
doing a 70 and a 60?
Yeah,
Shit.
if it's 70 miles an hour, what that really means is 80.
80 minimum.
In Michigan, we got our speed limit boosted to 75. So I don't know when it goes into effect. I've been looking at the speed signs on the road, and they still say 70. I'm like, they gotta fucking fix this. But I don't know.
Is Megan a bad driver? Is she getting any,
Right.
Wow,
Tickets?
she's a woman. Fuck off, dude.
Oh, I didn't even know she was a woman. I thought it was...
Yeah,
Okay.
wait,
Whoa,
Megan's
whoa,
like
whoa.
a-
Why are you assuming her gender
Didn't
already?
assume her gender.
Yeah, she's a woman. I think. I don't know.
Pre-op,
I
post-op?
kind of want to.
Nice.
I kind of want to switch genders and like because I'd love to have a dick inside me. But that's my
You don't
problem.
have to switch genders to do that, Joe.
Well,
Next time Sag
I
comes
also
up.
wish I had breasts. But
You did, don't worry.
anywho, no, I don't think she's ever gotten a ticket.
She seems like she'd be the most innocent and quiet person. Pull her over, she's just like, I'm sorry.
She's actually a dominatrix and she whips me.
Oh wow! Okay. that one escalated quickly. That was actually really nice. Okay.
Yeah, I call this the strap on she uses Mr. Pain.
Mr.
Oh, that's not
Pig.
true.
That's not true. I have
she's-
another name, but
she's cool.
what's your
She
safe
says
word?
fuck. She says fuck a lot. So.
She says fuck a lot. Oh god, she's a savage. Savage.
Mhm.
Savage.
Dad, if you had to pick a safe word with a girl, what would it be?
Something easy. Actually, first of all, I wouldn't do. Yeah, please stop.
Stop.
I don't think I would like that like chain shit or the choker. Other than fuck
How do you
that.
know?
Did you
You've
say
never done
chain
it?
smokers?
Dude.
You don't like chain smokers. You gotta hear it first,
Dad, what's this fucking thing you said in Speedy's video today about pussies are gross, dude? You fucking what are penises? Some fucking God's gift to
Yeah,
Earth,
he
dude.
just
That,
threw
like,
some
penis-
extra junk
What are
on
you
the bottom,
talking
made us
about?
some
Like,
balls.
Why are you
I'm
so
not
offended?
I
Do
got
you have
offended when I
pussy?
saw that in Speedy's video.
The name of his
I just
fucking
said
video.
I just said eating pussy seems gross.
I mean,
What's
I mean,
wrong, Bill?
obviously,
Right,
ice
dude?
cream
It's all
tastes
about eating
better.
hairy pussy, he said.
Yeah. Why are you
Yeah,
so offended, Jill?
Well, because I was like, it just was very chauvinist. Like what?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, I mean, it was
The woman's body is very
it's such
beautiful
a treat
thing.
for a girl to put a dick in her mouth, dude. Like, especially, I'm sure
You're
your
welcome.
dick tastes great after sitting down and gaming for 6 hours, dude. Like,
Sorry, my balls have been in my sweaty pants all day, and you had to put them in your
already
mouth.
have like, probably 3. We have 3% female viewers, and now it's 2.5%.
Joel, I think I need to
Comments
send
like
you
that.
a special snowflake sweater, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you.
You're the snow.
You got offended over nothing.
Whoa. So, is that really how you feel, man? You're never going to get a fucking date.
He's gonna
I'm
be engaged
never
in
gonna
2
get a
years.
dad. What'd you say?
Never going to get a date.
Because the first thing they ask is, "Hey, you
Yeah,
eat pussy
you can
boy?"
get a date
Yeah,
without-
you.
Yeah, dude.
Do I brush with
It's not
Colgate?
going to be the first thing in your Tinder profile. So
Yeah.
fine,
What
dude.
the fuck?
But you're like, no, your first thing you're like, your pussy's gross. I've seen one of those before. Those are gross.
Yeah, that's something
That's gonna
that's.
be your first
That's
thing. you're
nasty.
like, that's nasty.
Put that thing
I'm not
away.
dating a girl. Fuck that. You know the reason I'm a virgin because I don't want to. I don't want to lose nothing. So I don't want to take that L. That's the number one.
Yeah, I don't take any L's.
So I ain't losing that motherfucker. Oh my god.
I'm here to win my virginity.
I wondered my virginity. Yeah. That,
No,
yeah.
I just want to say I forgive you for your outburst outrage. Okay. So you
Well,
don't
I
have to-
don't forgive you for being a male chauvinist pig.
Get
And
him,
eating
Joel.
pussy's better than eating the majority of vegetables.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay. Even potatoes, Joe.
Greens, beans,
Mistake.
tomatoes.
Obviously, I'd rather eat pussy than potatoes. I told you I fucking hate potatoes.
What if it's waffle fries?
I probably rather have. I like waffle fries, especially with the Chick-fil-A sauce. And I like sweet potato fries, and truffle fries are pretty good too.
Truffle flies.
That's
Yes,
a
I
little
love
hard to
flies.
say.
Truffle fries.
Oh, Speedy, do you get animal style fries? We were discussing that last night.
No,
Do
I
you
don't
get
like
normal-
those.
Oh, damn,
Joel.
Si,
He thought
know
you were
better
Go
Go
than
ahead.
me.
No,
Animal
round
fries.
I
round
said Speedy
round
always
two
gets
W.
animal style. I projected onto him what
No,
I
I
do.
just like a regular fry. I don't
think it's
really
Hova
add
that's
much
all
when
about
I
the
when I
animals.
get fries somewhere. I don't put like ketchup or anything on it.
Yeah,
'cause I
me
like
neither.
the taste of potato.
Yeah, Joel.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Fucking
Joel,
weirdo.
just that's the second time you need to say sorry to me just tonight. Just how many times, Joel?
Jesus Christ.
I'm so mad at you.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
and Speedy,
Go ahead.
you've been there numerous times. What would spread be if you were to get
Oh,
that?
yeah.
I'm pretty
at
sure
In-N-Out?
that's just their Thousand Island sauce.
There you go.
That's our theory, yeah.
Yeah, we did a BuzzFeed quiz last night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Big Mac sauce, Thousand Island
And-
sauce, that type of sauce.
Well,
Yeah,
that video is
they-
actually going up tomorrow for me. So if you're watching this podcast and want to
They're
watch
not,
it,
don't
Then
worry
you're
about
also
it.
watching
if,
his.
yeah,
No.
if that will, yeah,
It's linked in the description.
yeah, it's linked in the description if you guys want to watch it. Thanks.
It won't be because
My
I'm gonna
video
go back and
will also be
do
there.
that. No.
Yeah,
It won't be. No worries.
I wasn't even on
Gullible's written in the
screen one time. D20. I was like there for the whole podcast and needed.
And every time you say something like that, I keep your icon with the fucking Santa hat on there on purpose because you keep bitching about it.
Oh man, this you got to put me in my place. Huh?
And
Put
people
a
are
Santa
so
hat on my
triggered about it in the comments.
picture.
They're like, "Why do you keep putting the Santa hat on side of
I
when he
think
learns
that
his
just
lesson?
shows
Not to
laziness,
talk
Deluxe.
shit. Nope.
I think you
I
should
think
just
I
put-
add people, take away people every week. I could just simply just cut and paste your logo. I could do
Really-
anything I wanted to.
Really
got a
teaching
God
me a
complex.
lesson there.
I am.
Oh my god.
You're a little
I
Santa
Gotta
hat,
make
son
sure
of a
I
bitch.
don't say that again.
Yeah, you better
Oh
not.
man, a Santa
Well,
hat.
it's going to be another week of Santa hat. Another week of Santa hat.
make it 2 weeks.
Make it two
Teach
Santa
me
hats.
Santa
you say?
hat, eat
Okay,
pussy.
you get two
Teach
Santa
me.
hats.
Yeah,
Dangerous
but-
named the
Fuck
side
off.
legs.
Can't wait to the fucking thing this week. You're gonna have two Santa hats on your fucking head. Good job. Piece of shit.
You done did it now.
You
son.
done diddly done did
Yeah.
it.
Oh man.
Yeah, you talk about next week, then you're fucking get it next week too, bitch. You get 3. But anyways, that is the end of the podcast. I thought this was probably the best podcast we've had. It was really good talk between all of us. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you guys for coming. D20, Joel, Sidearm, Speedy. All the links will be down in the description
Not
except for the
Shadow.
2. Not Shadow for
Yeah.
the first time. And so we'll have to say something to Shadow about that. But he
still
did
in the
say he
crew?
was sorry. He might not be. I don't know. A lot of comments have been going around, I heard.
Weeaboo Club.
He might be in the Weeaboo Club, but thank you guys so much again for supporting the podcast. I get tons and tons of tweets every week saying they enjoy the podcast, whether you're at work, whether you're walking home from school, or whatever it might be. I get a ton of those, and I appreciate all the tweets and all the love that you guys send for, us putting together the podcast. And I thank all my friends because they're the ones that make it. I'm just a bystander that uploads it. But thank you very much. It will be on SoundCloud a week later. So last week's will be on there right now. If you want to go check that out, links will be in the description. And we'll see you guys next week on episode 15.